game today, record breaking.
Well, it's good bounce back game because last week I think Jeff would admit it wasn't his best game of his career, and he worked hard all week to rectify some of the things that you make mistakes with, and that's really what life's all about. You have, and I thought he did a great job of preparation all week, and obviously it showed in his performance today. Absolutely, and I got to be honest with you guys. I think last week was one of those things that we took very hard, we responded the way a team with character needs to respond, and we looked at all of our faults, and we worked really hard on correcting them. And I give our guys credit because they went out there today and performed and played a complete game, and it's all about preparation, and I was really pleased with the way we practiced all week, and it really showed up in the game.
Talk a little about how your team performed defensively. I think this is the lowest point total Texas scored all
Yeah,
year.
no doubt. I think our defense played really well against an offense of that caliber with the quarterback they have and the receivers they have and the points they've been putting up. We knew it was going to be a great challenge, and our guys rose to the challenge. I thought they played fast all day. They really prevented the big play for the most part. And they pressured the quarterback. They pressured him into making some bad throws, and we had good coverage. Even some of those catches they made, we had really good coverage on them. So I'm really pleased. As I told them in the locker room, that last score late in the game, it's a tough one to give up. But at that point, I think the ball game was over. But I really like the way they played today.
They did a good job with field position at the end of the first half. They got a big punt, and then.
Well, at the end of that first half, what set everything up was a great kickoff return by David Drummond. We had great blocking. He made some guys miss. Great individual effort on his part. And I've got to be honest with you guys. We huddled right before the opportunity to make that last play call, and our quarterback, John Jennings, is the one that suggested we run that play, and Mark Thrash was wide open, and that ended up being a really big play right there. In terms of giving us momentum going into the second half, especially after they had just scored themselves. So great, I think great call by our quarterback. The play worked, set us up for a field goal, and Scott was solid on both those field goals in the first half.
Looking ahead, Hillsdale Falls today. That's kind of like we talked about earlier in the week, just controlling your own destiny and the last game.
It's the GLIAC North. Every single week is going to be a challenge for us and every other team. And if you just focus on yourself and you focus on what you can control, I think that's the approach you have to take. We can't worry about those other three games in the North. We just got to worry about Northern Michigan at this point and getting prepared for Northern Michigan. And whatever happens, happens. The good thing is everyone's got to play each other, and everyone's got a good football team. You look at the scores today, and you look at what happened today, and it's a competitive league, and anybody can beat anybody. So you got to stay focused on the next one. And we going up to Northern Michigan, Marquette. We've got to be prepared, have a great week of practice, and get ready to have as good a performance, if not better, than what we had today.
How serious is Albrecht?
Not serious. I mean, we don't know when he's going to come back, but it's not season ending.
Talk about the Janice touchdown where it was 3rd and 10, and he did the in and then went to the corner. Perfect throw.
Well, we had two of those, but the one that was going towards the pond was a really good route, and that's a play we put in this week because we thought we could get Jeff to the corner, and it really took a precise throw and a throw that had some zip to it, and so John did a great job of that. It's also a play where it takes a little bit longer to develop, so our line had to do a great job of protecting, but John really stepped into that throw, and it was great to see Jeff make that catch with his hands, tuck that thing away, and turn up and get in there in the end zone. All right, thanks. We appreciate you guys being here.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, John. Very good.
All right.
Good. John, talk a little bit about the game. Obviously, it's a nice rebound coming back from a disappointing loss to Hillsdale.
Yeah, it feels so good to get a win like that over a pretty decent team. Michigan Tech was a good team, and it was really good to come back from last week, the bad game that we had last week, and come back and execute today.
talk a little bit. Albrecht was obviously gone today, and you went to Janice on the long plays, but also on the short plays too, and he had a great game. Just talk a little bit about Jeff's performance.
Yeah, anytime we can get man-on-man coverage with Jeff or a concept that has him against one other man, we're going to go to Jeff. He makes plays, and we continued to throw it to him, and he continued to make plays, and that was there for us all day.
Longer developing plays, it seemed like your offensive line gave you ample time today.
Oh, yeah. Great job from the offensive line today. Every one of them stepped up today and really gave me plenty of time. We ended up going with a good protection. We had a good protection plan this week, and really just everyone stepped up to the plate and gave me plenty of time to make my reads and make my throws.
Obviously, teams in a situation a lot like last year, actually, that you just have to kind of go and win your games in order to get into the playoffs. So obviously it's kind of each game sort of a must-win, but teams seem pretty loose out there on the sidelines, coming out, kind of having a good time and things like that. What's the team's mentality at this point?
We know we have to execute. We've talked about it in the locker room. It's really playoffs starting right now. We really can't lose. We can't afford to lose right now. And obviously, we just want to continue to win. But at the same time, you got to be relaxed, and you just got to play the game of football, have fun out there. And I think that's what we did a great job of today.
That play before the half, Coach said you kind of called the number on that one with Thrash up the sideline? Or?
Yeah. Well, Coach had the initial idea of running that play, and I told him I suggested that we might just kind of do a wheel route with Thrash, and really that worked out great because Jeff took him. He took the safety in the corner with the post, and the wheel route opened right up for Thrash, and he made a great catch. Scott finished the drive.
Good.
All right, thank you.
All right, guys.
Well, 18 catches today. Did you have a favorite one out there? Or?
I mean, obviously the touchdowns are always nice, but
What did you see out there? You saw some opportunities in their defense? And
Coach Pedrosi, I got to give him credit. He said he was going to be on today, and he was. And he was calling the right plays, and we were just taking what they were giving us.
Obviously, got a couple of records today, the season and the single game for receptions. Just talk a little bit about what that means to you to have those.
I mean, it's great because I know one of them. I played with Andrew Beaver, and he had that record, and I still talk to him. But it's great, and I got to give credit to the O-line for letting John get time, throw the ball, and give credit to John for throwing the ball in nice spots and letting me make the catch.
Seemed like after you had a couple big plays, they were giving you a pretty big cushion. You were able to get some shorter catches and do some stuff with that too.
Yeah. After I beat them deep on a couple times, they were starting to give up the hitch, so we were calling that.
You guys seem to play pretty loose out there, even though the pressure's kind of building up here at the end of the season.
Yeah, just like John said, we just got to play every week like it's a playoff game, and we know if we got to get it done at the end of the day, if we were gonna make the playoffs. So we just got to go out there and have fun. That was our main emphasis today: is just go out there, have fun, and play loose.
Did you hear the announcer kind of announce your records as it was going?
Yeah. I was trying not to listen, but Coach was signaling the play, and I was hearing my name called. So, I was kind of listening and trying to get the play at the same time, and I had to ask Sean Wren. I had to look over and say, what was the play?
Talk about a couple of the old over-the-shoulder grabs. You had a couple routes into the end zone. And
Yeah, last week, we had trouble catching those, and we really emphasized that this week is catching balls over the shoulder and into the sun and everything, and I think that really helped this week because I had a couple balls like that today and really looked them in and made the play. Thanks, guys.
John, it seemed like the defense really started to settle into a groove there, especially in the second quarter, and holding Tech to, I think, their lowest point total of the season. Talk a little bit about defensive performance there.
Earlier this week we were challenged by our coaches. We were challenged by our coaches this week, and we wanted to respond, so we came out and played physical football, and we kind of took it personal with the loss last week, so we just wanted to bounce back and play lights out football.
from this team coming in?
We knew they had a very good quarterback and a decent receiver and a nice running game. So we kind of prepared to stop the pass and the run, and we went out there and executed. We were led by our seniors. We got a great group of seniors, so we felt the pressure, but we wanted to respond to that pressure.
You mentioned having an experienced bunch out there. Is that helpful, especially going down later in the season when these are kind of must-win, high-pressure games to make it to the next level?
Yeah, having the experience out there helps us to communicate. So, they might gash us for a big play, and our seniors and older upperclassmen are coming around. Hey, that's a good play, man. You just made a little mistake. We got it. We're gonna take care of this. So that really does help down the stretch. And it gives us confidence.
How would you slow down Janice on if you were on the other team?
I don't know. I tell Janice all the time, you ever seen the movie Forrest Gump?
Yeah.
I'm like, man, you Forrest Gump. So you might have to put the band in front of him or something, but you probably just run into him, pass interference. I don't know. Yeah, it's a hit or miss.
All right, thanks a lot.
You guys have a nice evening.